No, you can't control me, baby. You need a real one in your life. Them bitches ain't gonna give it to you, right? I'd rather be your B-I-T-C-H.
I am Zaria.
And I'm AITA.
And this is Calming the Chaos.
Alright, guys. Welcome back to episode 7. If you made it this far, congratulations. I appreciate all of you. We appreciate every follower that we have. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, the works. Please, we need your support. Support Black creators. We need you.
Yes. And if you would like to follow our Instagram and TikTok, it will be Calming the Chaos _22. Again, that is Calming the Chaos _22. You can DM us on both in our bitchin' box and give us any stories of any sort. We want to hear all the tea, sis.
Oh, yeah. Okay, girls, so I got a question.
Okay.
Do you see yourself as a pessimist, optimist, or a realist?
I see myself more as a realist. Now, if you probably ask like some of my friends who I've like given advice to or whatever, why are you laughing?
I'm picturing the scenario.
Okay. But if you ask some of my friends that if I'm a realist or like a pessimist or an optimist, they'd probably say that I am a pessimist because they think I'm not optimistic about certain goals or certain things that happen in their life or like relationships that they have gone through or whatever. But that is not always 100% the case. For me, it's more so I just want to give them the realistic viewpoint on their situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to be a pessimist because yes, I might have a little bit of that in me, but I'm mainly being just real about the situation because they are looking at it with rose-colored glasses and they're not really seeing the full picture of what they're going through. So I feel like I have to bring in the realism of it in order for them to understand and see it from my standpoint because I've been through so much shit that I've seen so many different scenarios play out in so many different ways and so many different situations that could have started out being really good and really bad. So I try to stop anybody in my life who comes to me with like a certain situation, and I try to like give them the optimistic version of like, I really hope that works great for you and it could be a really great thing, but this could happen because of X, Y, and Z. And you need to be prepared if that does happen.
I feel like I understand what you mean. Because I'm kind of the same way. I try to use logic, even though sometimes I think irrationally a lot of the times. But I feel like I am more on the pessimistic side. But it also depends on the situation. Because
it's situational.
Say, like, for instance, I was in a job hunt. And it seems like whenever I think pessimistically about something, it may end up being good. Or I can just be like, yeah, I knew it. You know, like I don't get my hopes up. I'm just like, okay, I knew it was going to go bad. Or it'll go the opposite. But whenever I'm like gung-ho, optimistic, glass half full, just, you know, I'm like, this is going to be great. And then it goes to shit.
That I can definitely understand because I try to be optimistic, but this world we live in such a pessimistic world already. When there's so much shit going on around us, you are only a product of your environment. So if everything around us is gray and gloomy, we're gonna be gray and gloomy. And it's not to say that, like, you should be pessimistic all the time. You definitely should be optimistic about certain things in your life. But in most cases, I feel like when people are overly optimistic, 9 times out of 10, things don't work out.
Yep. And it's like you get your heart broken or get your hopes up. And honestly, hope kills. Hope fucking kills. When you have hope, you're just setting yourself up for failure. But if you are expecting that failure and it goes the opposite way and you get a blessing rather than like, something bad, that's the best feeling in the world. I was going through the job search. Everything was going to shit. Like, I wasn't getting any jobs. And I applied for a job. I went and interviewed. I was like, there's no way in hell I'm getting this job because everything else in my life has been shit. Every other interview I've gone through, I didn't get the job. But that turned out to be the job that I did get. The minute I started feeling pessimistic about everything, I ended up getting the job. And now I'm like over the moon happy about it. It's like a give and take type shit. Like, you're happy, you setting yourself up for failure. You're sad, you could either go one of two ways.
Yeah,
it could work out, it could not work out. If it doesn't work out, it's what you expected. If it works out, then it's not what you expected. You're fucking happy about it, like, it's how it goes.
And I feel like I go into a lot of situations very optimistic.
Yeah.
But then, like, after sitting in that and nothing is coming about it in many different areas, it kind of plateaus. Yeah, it just goes downhill from there. Like, I'm tired of being optimistic. And I think I used to be overly optimistic, and I met a certain person and that shit changed real fucking quick. Real fucking quick. But I don't know, like, I don't know if this is like the right scenario, I guess, to use, but I'm very pessimistic when I go to the mall. I hate that because they have so many people for plus size women that are models that look like they are plus. They don't actually look like they're plus size. They more look like slim thick,
curvy.
Yeah, curvy, slim thick, and they could be like a size 10 and considered plus size.
Mm-hmm.
And
that don't sound right.
That's technically it is plus size. Like in the model world, a size 10 would be considered plus size.
True, you gotta be like a size 00.
Yeah. And I'm just tired of seeing like these people, these models on a billboard with flat stomachs representing us, but I want to see the women with the gut, with the rolls,
with the stretch marks,
with cellulite. Like, I want to see those type of women representing bigger girls. Like Lizzo, that's why I'm tired of y'all trying to cancel my girl, because she's doing great things and she is body positivity all the way, which we all should be. And I just hope that we can find some common ground, especially with the whole outfit thing. And like, I really wanted to start
Zaria's boutique.
Okay, she wants to call it like a Zaria's boutique, but I'm not a fashion designer. I cannot draw to save my life. If you tell me to draw something, it's stick figures all the way. It's not gonna look right and it's not gonna look cute at all. But I wanted to do like a Goodwill kind of haul thing and do like many different sizes from like a 00 all the way to the biggest size that they have at Goodwill. And just piece outfits how I would piece stuff. Because I have a few people in my life that literally tell me like, oh, your outfit's really cute. Or,
I am one of those people.
Yeah, and oh, I like the way that you're dressed or whatever. And like, most of my going out outfits are Walmart, Plato's Closet, mainly Goodwill. Like, the last few times I've stepped out, I've been head to toe dripping in Goodwill. Like,
it's not stepping out in Goodwill.
Yeah, oh no, like, we should insert some pictures, honestly.
I will put the pictures of when we went out to the club.
Yes, that whole outfit, Goodwill. From dress to the overlay to the shoes, Goodwill.
Damn, sis.
Yes.
She looked fire.
Yes.
I mean, I look alright, but she was fire.
Oh my god, we both were stunning on these hoes. So, but yeah, I kind of want to just like do my own little boutique. Let me know if you guys think it would be a great idea. I would like to hear your feedback, but I want to just style the outfits how I would want somebody to wear that specific outfit. And then you guys just buy it or whatever.
Yeah. We'll have a website soon, and if you guys think that this is a good idea, put it in the comments, yes or no, yay or nay, and we'll take that into consideration.
Yes. And she's going to handle all the books because she's an accountant. So
yeah, I got all the books and stuff. I got you.
Yeah, because hate math.
Something about it makes me happy.
She was doing long division for fun the other day. Well, like a month ago, but still the other day.
Yeah. I was like, Zaria, give me like 5 numbers and let me do some division on it. And she was just giving me numbers, and I was like, this is the answer. And she was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Of course, she had to use a calculator.
Yeah,
but...
I know. Yeah. What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do? Do the actual math or think of it in my head? I'm not doing that.
And I even went out in the decimals.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But
as we were saying,
I know we kind of went off track a little bit.
But I understand your pessimism when it comes to like going to the mall and going shopping, because how are you supposed to feel optimistic about a place that doesn't really appreciate your body size and like your style, even like in that size?
Even like Torrid, like don't get me wrong, I love me some Torrid. Like I have my favorite like biker shorts, jean biker shorts are from there, and I have like a couple dresses I gave you are from Torrid too.
Yeah.
So like, don't get me wrong, I love Torrid, but like not every big girl wants the cold shoulder anymore. Like, not every big girl, even though Maika, she might love the flower prints.
I do.
But, like, not every big girl just wants to see the same old tired ass styles.
And aren't they, like, mad expensive?
They're mad expensive for no reason. There is this one shirt that I went to the mall and I went into Torrid, and it was just black mesh and it was like sheer. You could see right through underneath my bra and stuff. And it was a crop top. That thing was like $60.
I think
I barely had clothes on.
No.
I barely had fucking clothes on. I took a picture in it, but I didn't like, buy it because like, what the fuck do I look like buying that?
And it's like, why do plus size clothes have to be so damn expensive? Like to get like a nice size bra, like a nice quality bra.
Because the more fabric they're using.
But still, it's
but like fabric is like 2 cents, bro.
Exactly. So it's like we have to spend way too much just to accommodate for our body size, and that shouldn't be the case. I understand your pessimism on the situation.
That's why I honestly that's why I honestly just go to like Goodwill, Walmart, Plato's Closet, and stuff like that. Marshalls, even sometimes. TJ Maxx is a hit or miss for me. Me and TJ Maxx, we not friends.
Yeah, that's for like middle-aged white women. That's the vibe I get from TJ Maxx.
Or really skinny.
Yes, that too.
Yeah, so I brought a few shoes from there. That's like really as far as I like get there, I guess. It's a no for me for them. But like everything else, like that's why I usually just bargain shop or I go to like really cheap stores because I found the flyest outfits spending
$10.
$10 on an outfit. And I've stepped out in that shit and people are like complimenting me more so than when I spend money on the more expensive shit.
Because honestly, when we go to Hyperglow, we are going to Goodwill. We are going to Rainbow. And we are going to step the fuck out.
Oh, I forgot about my girl, Rainbow. Rainbow, I love Rainbow. And that's like this perfect place because they have so many bright colors. They have like even just the mini skirts, the mini dresses that like they have like going out clothes. And if you're going to a rave type clothes. And I love it. And it's so fucking cheap. Y'all are sleeping on these places. I wish we had a Ross though. A Ross. It's more down south. I would say it's almost like a Marshall's. But I think it's a little bit cheaper. So it's like in between Goodwill and Marshall's.
Okay. Never heard of it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. We have a lot of reasons in this world to be pessimistic. And I applaud the people who can just be optimistic about everything. And then even when they get their little hearts broken, they're still optimistic about everything because that takes strength and work because
that we do not have.
Exactly. Like I am pessimistic about everything until proven optimistic.
Right there. That is the quote of the year because I think I'm always pessimistic until I have to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Until the situation shows itself, I'm going to be pessimistic Penny. Pessimistic Penny. That's what's going to be me.
I'm weak, but Penny killed my husband. No, I'm joking.
Oh, whoa.
Grey's Anatomy fans, you'll know what I mean. Oh!
I just clicked in my head. Bro, it literally just clicked in my head. I'm crying.
I feel like pessimism and realism go hand in hand. Like, you can't
have one without the other.
Yeah, because when I think of realism, you think of things more logically and how things go. If something is going wrong, you want to assess everything. And make sure everything goes smoothly. And say you're in a situation where you're trying to help somebody, what I try to do is give them different options. Like, I gotta go this way, or this way. Either everything can be fine, everything can go to shit, or whatever happens, and you take it with a grain of salt if it goes bad. You know?
And that's what I kind of try to do, but it just frustrates me.
Because they see it more as pessimistic and not realistic.
Yes.
But that's why I say
and like
that's
why they just keep looking at things like wide-eyed, bushy tail, and I'm like, bro, like, no. If you look at it this way, it could have saved you all the hurt that later on down the road did happen to a few of my friends. And like, I'm not saying it to be cocky. I just feel like I've been through so many different situations. I would give myself maybe at least 80% of the time I am right about a situation, how it could end up because of the situations that I've been through and what I've seen. And I might not have personally been through some of those situations, but I've seen it go down firsthand in many different ways. So whatever I take from the situation is what I'm going to give you to help you. But then people just see it as like, oh, you're being like a negative Nancy, you're being pessimistic, you're not there for me. But really I am, because you don't have any other friend. Like, none of my friends have any other friends that will actually like tell them what's what and what's real. Let me just say this too. If you have people in your corner that are just going to be like a yes man to you, you need to get rid of those friends, because
they're not telling you the truth.
Yes, and they're going to
tell you what you want to hear, and you're going to take that and go do some bad decisions. They're not doing what they think is best for you. They're just doing what they think you want to hear. And it's good to have someone who can actually give it to you straight, rather than someone who's going to sit there and lie to you just because they feel like it'll make you feel better.
Right. And like I always tell my friends, if you came here looking for that type of friendship, then like I'm not your friend. Because I'm not going to just sit there and let you ruin your life, me blatantly see you ruin your life and me not say anything as your friend.
Yeah. And that's another thing. It's like sometimes you can tell someone something until they're blue in the face, but it's up to that person to do the action and to get themselves together, because ultimately it's their decision.
Yeah.
But at least be that friend that will tell them what's like Zaria with this whole job thing. She has been on my ass about getting a job and about like not waiting forever. And I appreciate that 100%, but obviously I'm going to do whatever it is that I need to do. But I value everything she tells me. And one thing I feel people are most pessimistic, well, I'm more pessimistic about, is when it comes to dating. When it comes to dating, when people ask me dating advice, I am the most pessimistic bitch, because I have been through a lot of shit with a lot of guys, and especially when it comes to like online dating, I have been through the works with these people. I haven't really had many good experiences, so I will take my bad experiences and tell people, like, just keep a lookout for this. Keep an eye out for this. Don't do this. But I don't want to sit there and tell them, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, because then they're more likely to do it. I feel like they're thinking optimistically about dating, I'm thinking pessimistically about dating, and it's not to be really pessimistic, it's to warn them of the things that could happen. But then again, like, I say all this stuff because I'm single. And it's like, when I look at the future for myself dating wise, I see it being a little bit more pessimistic, because things just don't go right for me a lot of the time. So Zaria, You're in a relationship, so how do you feel about your future?
I think I feel great about my future. We're kind of like in this coasting period, and it's not to say like we're unhappy. We've just been together for a very fucking long time. And so when you've been together for so long, you kind of coast.
Yeah, well, you get used to having each other around. It becomes like a normal routine.
Yes, it's like a routine for us, and like neither one of us are going anywhere, so don't get any thoughts. But
she is off the market, guys.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I'm pretty optimistic because I know where our future is going and where it's headed. Mm-hmm. A lot of it's just financial right now.
Yeah.
To be able to like, get the ring, start a wedding, kid wise, because I'm in a lesbian relationship, it's gonna be a pretty penny for kids.
Yeah.
So especially like the wedding and all that stuff too. That's why I'm like, I'm okay if we just have one big party after we get married or something, like elope and then have one big party and not spend all that money on a wedding, because I know a year or two after that we're going to be trying to start a family and we're going to need all the money we can get at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. I mean, it would be nice to have a big wedding. It's not to say that I won't later once I already have the kid,
Well, yeah. Like once you're more financially stable, things. I feel like money plays a big part in being optimistic. You got money. Mm-hmm. You could be a little bit more optimistic about.
If I was Kylie Jenner, I would not have no problems.
Honestly, her only problem is picking which jet to take.
Bro, dead ass. I wish I had those problems.
Honestly, if I had money, a lot of these problems and a lot of the reasons why I feel so pessimistic about things would probably go out the window. Obviously, not everything, but if I had money or like a very good income to support myself and my family, I'd be to the moon.
Yeah, and that's why like my girlfriend's like my ride or die, because we've been like struggling together. We've been at the height of both having really good jobs and having a good constant cash flow. We've both been stagnant. One has to help the other or whatever, vice versa. We've been all over the place in a relationship. We've just been through so much. Like, I've known her since 2015. So, and that's when
That's a minute.
Yeah, that's when we first started dating. And we would have been together consecutively all those years. It'd be like 7 years this upcoming winter.
Technically, if you're with someone, I think for 8 years, you're considered married.
Yeah. But then we kind of like broke up because, the whole mom thing wasn't approving. So like this November would be like 4 years of being together. We had 3 apartments together at this point, which is ridiculous. So we're not moving for a long time. But the next time we move, it's definitely going to be buying a house out of state.
Out of state?
Yeah.
You're gonna leave me?
Yeah, I do not want to stay in New York. I want to get like map and like just hang it in our room and circle the places that.
Well, if you go to Georgia, I'll be right behind you, bro.
Oh my god, so funny. But
I'm dead ass.
I don't know.
I hope to move to Georgia soon.
I don't know if I would move to Georgia. I've never like thought I'm gonna move to Georgia ever. Florida maybe, but I don't know. I've just never thought like I would move to Georgia. But I also want more like a low key type of life, like house in the middle of nowhere. Like I kind of want a barn house, but instead of it being red and like white, I want it to be like all white with black trimmings, and then like a white fence with like an in-ground pool and maybe some chickens because they got good eggs. Okay. But like
whenever I saw like my plot of land, it's always like a big box shape.
Bro, what? I thought you were gonna say you're living in a box.
No, like my house would be outlined with trees. Like I'd have a big yard, a big backyard, but I'd be surrounded by trees. Of course, I would have neighbors, but you would have to like go through the trees a little bit to get to the neighbors. Because I also would like to have like tree houses. I plan on having like 5 kids. So I want like a nice have their big own house. For their friends. Exactly. You could do tree houses going around the house, have like a boardwalk. Yeah. That is what I want. I want to be like in the middle of nowhere, but not necessarily in the middle of nowhere. Like there's still people near me.
Like it feels like you're in the middle of nowhere, but you're like kind of in town still.
Yeah, like people, I can still go like walk 10 minutes and get to a neighbor.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like those people literally in the middle of nowhere, and then when somebody breaks in and tries to kill them, they can't get to anybody. I don't want it to be like that.
Right.
So
I mean, I guess I wouldn't care. I guess at that point, because I'm a carry. If I'm in the middle of nowhere like that, I definitely think I should have like a shotgun or something.
I feel like I'm a little bit more blunt. I'd probably have like an axe.
Okay. Yeah, but with an axe, you gotta get up close. And you better swing really good that one time.
Yeah.
So, for me, I don't know. I guess we're both optimistic about like our futures and what like the future may hold for us. Like,
Yeah, we still have that optimistic outlook, obviously. Yeah. Like, we hope for like really great things. But like, you be realistic. I'm probably just gonna end up in like an apartment. You know, like.
Well, I don't want to be. I'm tired of paying somebody else's mortgage. I want to
for real
be in my own house. I don't. Well, even if it's just like a duplex or something like that, that's a little bit like better. Like, but I want the actual
an apartment.
Well,
maybe that's why, because that's what I do mean, like a duplex where it's like a house, but one half.
Yeah, I want the house part of it, so the other person would basically paying my mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's like okay if that happens, but definitely by 30 I need to be in a house.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like over this shit. But yeah, so I think we're both like really optimistic about that and stuff, and I hope the future pans out the way that I see it. I know I'm definitely getting married. Me and Brittany don't even like other people, so we're gonna be together forever. So I'm very optimistic about that. But
my relationship future is pending.
If you guys want to hit her up, you can. Her number is 585. I don't even know your number by heart. I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. Are you okay?
The way I thought you were really gonna say it for a hot second.
No.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But y'all, I'm single as a Pringle. I'm actually very picky with my people, so.
You were about to settle for.
But we're not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Anyways.
No, we're not gonna talk about it.
Anyways. So I was on Reddit and I saw this one thing and I thought it'd be good to share it with you guys. I'm gonna paraphrase it a little bit because it's kind of long. But basically, this guy's father died on the 4th of July, and his mom is kind of being pessimistic about, like, it's been years since he's died, and his mom is still every year on the 4th mourning rather than celebrating. And from what he said, like, his father was the type that would rather have a celebration than a funeral. Would rather have a party than, a sad fest. Yeah. So he is basically trying to have a party with his family and close friends, and he's not really sure if he should invite his mom because she's being very pessimistic about the day and is mourning. So basically, he's just asking, is he the asshole for making plans with his family and friends and trying to have a decent 4th with his family, his immediate family, without her negativity? So without her. And personally, I think that she just needs to surround herself with family and see everyone smiling and being happy, because that could lift her spirits and possibly get her out of that depression.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he's not wrong. He maybe should have extended an olive branch or tested the waters. And I can see where they're both coming from. Mm-hmm. But you can't blame him for wanting to have like a
peaceful
day. A peaceful day where he doesn't have to mourn.
Yeah.
And he wants to be with like his kids and his friends and stuff like that. And like I get where his mom is coming from, because it's obviously sad she lost her partner for life. So it's sad that she has to go on without him. But you have to be self-aware. You can't expect people to want you in their company if all you're gonna do is just sit there and be sad or negative about it. And like, we understand the situation, but not everybody mourns in the same way. And if he's gonna be having a great time, you don't want to bring down everybody else's mood who really doesn't even have like ties to it, especially if it's his friends, to be put down by a situation that's really not theirs to be put down by.
Yeah. And I understand kind of with his mom. I understand because with my Nana, you know, I make sure that she's not alone on my grandfather's death date. I always make sure that I'm there for her. We don't necessarily have to be doing anything, but I try to at least be there so when she is feeling down, I'm there. I can help lift her back up and let her know it's going to be okay, even if he's not here with us. And like, he still is here with us in spirit, you know? So I understand the like being there for your family on the death date, but I also understand her needing to mourn. I don't know. I feel like it just.
It can go either way. I don't really think either one of them is the asshole.
Yeah.
But I have a situation where Brittany's Nina, they have so many issues. That's besides the point, but that's just the backstory of how she is as a person. The whole family kind of feels a certain way about her, but they keep her around, you know, because it's the last tie that they really have to like Brittany's dad. So that's why they try and keep her around, and that's why Brittany's mom always invited her to things. But like this weekend, Brittany's sister has her high school graduation party, and at her brother's now wife's bridal shower, the Nina was there, and they were talking about the graduation party, and she was like, "Oh, what day is it on?" They said July 30th, and she threw a big fit because it's on the anniversary of Brittany's dad's death. And he's been gone since Brittany was a kid. Like, she's probably kindergarten, first grade, something like that. So it's been years since that's happened. And she's bringing down an entire party of people who aren't even there. And it's not just that immediate side of the family. And there's other people there who don't even know the situation like that. And she's bringing it down by bringing up Brittany's dad's death. And everybody just kind of walked away from her because why would you do that? And like, they had a few words. It wasn't like that big of an argument. It was kind of like, why would you say that type of thing? Especially because Brittany's little sister was a baby when it happened. So she doesn't even know that. She didn't even know that was the death date. So now you're bringing up stuff that like nobody.
Now it's going to be in the back of her mind on that day, and that's all she'll really be able to think about. She won't be really able to celebrate herself because she'll be thinking about her father.
Yeah, and
so
like
I get that.
The Nina, she's coming. I think she is gonna come to the graduation. She was still invited the graduation party, but I don't know. Now she kind of want to have this like big talk with Brittany because like she said some really ignorant and bigoted stuff over the years, and Brittany is not like over it.
Ooh, Lordy.
So, but she wants to do it and like try and turn the situation and try and make it about her on a day that's not even about her. That's not the right time to have a conversation. It's not the right time to like go to everybody and be like, "Oh, do you know my son died on this day?" And like, granted, it's sad. I get it. You buried your husband and you buried your son. Like, it's very sad. Like, it's a hard thing to do. My grandma did it. She buried her husband, and 4 months later buried my mom, her daughter. I understand what that looks like. I don't know what it feels like. I had to bury my mom, but I don't know what it looks like from that standpoint and the position of like where they are. So I understand it hurts, but you can't expect everybody, especially if it's been drawn out years, like you can't expect somebody to feel the same hurt that you feel as if it were to just happen.
Yeah. Because some people process death differently, and it doesn't just go away. It just every day it gets a little bit easier. And when it's been every day for the last like 10 years, you know, it's a little bit lighter on your heart. So now when somebody brings it up, that's just weighing it a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
Every time it's brought up, it's like a weight just like slowly pushing back down.
Like she's kind of like this dark cloud because you never know what the fuck's gonna come out of her mouth. To the point like I've heard so much shit about her, but I've never been formally introduced to her because of that reason.
Damn.
So
no, honey, you're not the asshole.
Yeah, moral of the story, you're not the asshole, but in some cases, some people are.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. It was so nice talking to y'all. I hope you guys will interact with us and will message us in our bitch inbox. Come bitch to us because we want to hear all the tea and we want to know what's going on in your life. Also, give us some topics that y'all want to hear. If you want to hear something, tell us so that we can put it out there for you guys and that you guys could have something to go off of. And we would love for you guys to comment. Like I said, comment yes or no to that other thing.
Oh, yeah. We also want to know, like, if the boutique thing will be a great idea. Because I just want to get your guys' feedback before I, like, go spending all this money and it's a big flop. So.
Also, in the comments, I really am curious. Tell us if you're a pessimistic, optimistic, or realist. Because I actually would like to know, like,
what people view themselves as.
Yeah. Or maybe what you view the world as, just give us your opinion on it.
And if you want, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at calmingthechaos_22. Again, that is calmingthechaos_22. Once again, this is Zaria.
And this is Maika.
And this is
Calming the Chaos.
Bye, bitches!